Hello everyone, I'm Dan Filgreen, and this is Shell Point Today for Wednesday, October 2nd. On today's show, we meet some behind-the-scenes staff at Shell Point. Kevin May, property manager at the Woodlands, and Joni Reagan, who oversees Medicare Billing. We'll also debut our latest promotion for the Shell Point Open Golf Tournament, where we get inside the mind of a very special golf ball. But first, let's get a Wednesday news update from Kara Minui at the news desk. Kara.
Thank you very much, Dan. Well, folks, October means that season is returning to Southwest Florida. With all the returning snowbirds, it also means that many features of Shell Point are reopening or expanding for the fall. For example, the model train room opens its doors for the first time this afternoon. The volunteers have been working on the layout all summer and are eager to show it off to visitors. The model train room is open every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 1:30 to 3:30 in the Island Tunnel. The Shell Point gift shop is also expanding its hours for the season. They are now open Monday through Friday from 9:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. and Saturday from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. They now have a wide selection of Christmas cards, so it's never too early to start thinking about your Christmas list. Check them out, located next to the guest house on the island. Also starting today is the Shell Point Garden Society. They meet once a month to discuss gardening tips, tricks, and techniques. This month's speaker is Adrienne Diaz, who will be discussing square foot gardening. All are welcome, whether you have a garden or just enjoy talking about them. The Garden Society meets this morning at 11 a.m. in the Oak Room at the Woodlands. Those gardeners are a big reason why Shell Point looks its greenest. Another reason is Shell Point's dedicated staff of housekeepers and service personnel. Every neighborhood has its own challenges in housekeeping and recycling, and that's why every neighborhood has its own property manager. We talked to Woodlands property manager Kevin May about the simple things you can do to keep the Woodlands looking its best.
Hi everybody, it's Jared Pike here with Shell Point TV, and with me is Kevin May, the property manager for the Woodlands. How are you today, Kevin?
Doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm great. Now, we're here in the Woodlands because both communities, Island and Woodlands, have their own property manager. And Kevin is exclusively for the Woodlands here and Eagles Preserve, is that right?
That's correct.
Why don't you describe for me kind of what are your responsibilities? What are your general responsibilities for Shell Point?
Well, I do oversee the housekeeping for the Woodlands and Eagles Preserve, so that's inside the apartments and the outside of the apartments as well, the cleanliness of the buildings.
And you told me that you're often on patrol around the neighborhood.
Yes, that's right. Residents can see me either walking through the garages or on the golf cart, riding around, just making sure everything is in order.
That's great. And Kevin is also in charge of the housekeepers themselves. So if you live in the Woodlands or Eagles Preserve, your housekeeper is under Kevin's command. So what specific things are challenges for you here? There are lots of people that live in these high-rise buildings. What are your day-to-day challenges?
Day-to-day challenges would include dealing with the lovely Florida humidity, just making sure that the green algae and buildup is taken care of on the outside of the buildings, on the walls and everything. Making sure that the housekeepers are on time to each apartment, making sure that they're getting in on time and out on time as well.
That's great. Now, for those who don't live in the Woodlands, the trash rooms here, they have a trash chute, and they also have some recycling bins. So talk about disposing of things at the Woodlands.
All right, as far as the refuse rooms, they are located on every floor. So you're going to be putting all your recycles in any bin. It doesn't matter, you don't have to split them up. You can put newspaper and cans and plastics all in the same bin. And for trash, it's going to be all down the trash chute, and that includes plastic shopping bags. Those are going to go down the trash chute, not in the recycle.
Okay, so you don't have to separate paper and glass and plastic and all that stuff.
Exactly.
You can put it all in the same blue recycling bin, but don't put trash in the recycling. So no food items, no plastic bags or trash bags in that recycling bin. Keep it just to the items that can be recycled. And let's just kind of briefly go over what can be recycled.
It can be anything from newspapers, magazines, cans, bottles,
phone books, all of that stuff can go in the same bin in the trash rooms, whether you're at the Woodlands, Island, or Eagles Preserve. Now, are there things that residents here at the Woodlands can do to kind of make the housekeeping process easier or more smooth, things that you want residents to know about your job and about your housekeepers.
Yeah, I mean, one thing they can do to make the process smoother for the housekeepers is they can, pick up all their chairs, they can pick up all the rugs, the area rugs, help them out so that way they can just go in and clean the floor, vacuum as needed, and also removing any items from the countertops. That way housekeepers don't have to clean around them. They can just do a nice, clean, quick sweep through there. So
that's great. And how many housekeepers do you have on staff?
Currently in my department, for housekeepers and housekeeping techs, there are about 32.
Wow. That's a lot. Well, there's a lot of apartments. How many apartments are there?
Between the Woodlands and Eagles Preserve, there's almost 500.
Wow.
So.
That's amazing. So it's a lot to keep track of, and they come once a week.
Right. Yep. So once a week, every week. So we never miss a time. Want to make sure they're always there.
That's great. And Kevin keeps those schedules, and it's a very important part of life here at Shell Point. And so we want to make sure that not only is your apartment clean, but the entire community as well. So recycling, put all your recyclables in the bin. Trash goes in the trash chute. And if people have questions about anything housekeeping related or maintenance related, there's a phone number they can call.
Yeah, it's going to be 2190. One call does it all.
454-2190.
Exactly.
And then if they have specific Woodlands related questions, then what?
If they have specific questions, they can see me in my office. It's in the Commons area. My door is always open, and my number is 454-2056.
Well, Kevin, thanks for joining us today. And housekeeping, as he said, is a big deal here at Shell Point, as is recycling and just keeping the community clean. It's one of our hallmarks. So this is Jared Pike for Shell Point TV.
And now, Dan is here to talk about another behind-the-scenes department at Shell Point. Dan?
Thank you, Kara. If I asked you about the Medicare Billing department at Shell Point, would you be able to tell me what they do, or even where they are located? This department is vitally important for anyone who uses the medical center, as they handle the paperwork to get your bills reimbursed by Medicare. More than 62,000 claims last year. And where are they located? They're actually just down the hall from us, here in the medical center. When you go into the medical center lobby, take the elevator up to the second floor, and at the end of a long hallway, you turn left, and there they are, working hard for you. You have a chance to get to know this vital department next week as the Health Connection sponsors Get to Know Your Medicare Billing Staff on Tuesday at 1:15 p.m. in the Social Center on the island. Mary Franklin has this preview.
I'm Mary Franklin, here today with an upcoming Health Connections program. It is with Joni Reagan and is Get to Know Your Shell Point Medicare Staff. It is Tuesday, October 8th at 1:15 p.m. in the Social Center. Joni, you head up a wonderful staff here at Shell Point that's behind the scenes. Most people don't even know. It just magically poof happens, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, what's back up? And you tell me a little bit about yourself, because, Joni, you're up in the finance office and administration, but I don't think residents have had the chance to ever get to meet you. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yes, I have been working at Shell Point for 15 years. Mm-hmm. And I started out as a staff accountant here at Shell Point. And then 5 years ago, I added on being the healthcare billing manager.
Joni, your mighty team of three, how much do they bill a year? How many?
We bill about 62,000 claims a year.
Wow.
We are very, very busy.
Okay, all right. And where is your team located?
We're on the second floor of the medical center. Mm-hmm. We are located down the hall from the psychiatric offices. Mm-hmm.
Okay, just not too far from Shell Point TV on the second floor. You'll go past there and keep on going around the corner, right?
Right.
And your team's here not only to process all of those claims, but to help explain to residents what's happening, right?
Yeah, we're also available not just to do the claims, but to answer questions for residents. If they have any questions at all, or if they don't understand something or they're not sure of something, we want to have this seminar to just make ourselves known, and so that people will feel more knowledgeable about coming up, and they'll feel like they know us already. And when they come up, they'll be more confident about it.
So a lot of times people call on the phone and you answer their questions, or your team answers their questions, but to know that they can come up and chat with you. So those people, anybody can come up and come to this presentation so they know what you're there to help them with, and when you get all of those reports in the mail from Medicare to sort through them and what questions to ask. And okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is going to be a very informative and educational presentation. You are going to be there, and your entire team?
Yes.
Okay, so a whole panel answering all the questions that our residents may have about Medicare.
Yes.
Okay. Now, this presentation is really to get to know the Shell Point Medicare Billing staff. Right. And on November 1st, you have another session to follow this up on. And what is that all about?
We're going to be talking about open enrollment. I believe that starts October 14th. It goes on for a couple months, and that's when residents can choose if they want to stay on Medicare, original Medicare, or if they want to choose a Medicare Advantage plan. And then also if they choose Medicare, they probably will need a secondary, so then they have to choose that too.
Okay, so October 8th is to learn about you and what you all do. Get familiar with each other.
Yes.
November 1st is to specifically talk about their Medicare options available to them.
Right.
Okay. Well, these programs are both going to be wonderful, but the first one is on Tuesday, October 8th at 1:15 in the Social Center. I really encourage you to come to this session to get to know your Shell Point Medicare Billing staff. I'm Mary Franklin, along with Joni Reagan. Have a happy and healthy day.
We want to make sure you're aware that this isn't the only seminar in October that deals with Medicare. In fact, there are 3 of them this month. Get to know your Medicare billing staff happens next Tuesday, October 8th. Then later, we discuss Medicare Part D, which deals with prescription drugs. Joy Darnell will address all your questions about Medicare Part D on Monday, October 14th. And finally, Joni will return to discuss Medicare Open Enrollment, where you have a chance to change your plan. The Medicare Open Enrollment presentation happens on Friday, November 1st. Okay, folks, it's time to talk golf. Every year, the Shell Point Golf Club hosts a golf tournament in the fall, but this year is a little different. Because the greens have been closed all summer, golfers are itching to get back out there and try the new course. The Shell Point Open on Friday, November 8th, is the perfect opportunity. Not only do you get a great day of golf, food, and prizes, but your donation also benefits memory care at the Larson Pavilion. You can even win a lease on a brand new car on one of the holes. The Shell Point Open is sponsored by Tim Stevenson of the Legacy Foundation and Jason Scoggins and David Moreland of UBS Financial, who recently played a practice round with a very special golf ball.
Hey Tim, how you doing?
Hi Dave, it's good to see you. Good to see you, Jason.
Hey Tim. So ready to play some golf today?
We are. I'm here to warm up for the Shell Point Open golf tournament being held Friday, November 8th. This is the 10th Shell Point Open.
Okay.
The Legacy Foundation has been sponsoring.
Hey, what's going on out there?
Shell Point Golf Club for 10 years.
I wonder what they're talking about. Am I going to get to go outside today? I love going outside.
Be the first to be out on the brand new greens at the Shell Point Golf Club.
Is that open to everyone?
It is. And the $125 entry fee includes a lot. It includes 18 holes of golf and a cart. It includes breakfast, lunch, gift bags on the cart, even includes mini massages for all the players.
That sounds great. I guess we need to practice to get ready for it.
That's right. I guess the first thing I need to do is grab some balls.
Okay.
Hey, he's coming over here. This means I get to go outside today. I'm so excited. It's going to be so much fun. Finally, we're outside. It's such a beautiful day today.
So, when do all the festivities start, Tim?
Well, on Friday morning, November 8th, we'll gather for breakfast about 7:30 a.m. And then at 8 o'clock, we're going to start with a shotgun start.
Shotgun start? Ooh, that sounds dangerous.
How you like my driver? I call him Sluggo.
Sluggo? I wonder if he'll be friends with me. Hey, is that big metal thing gonna be mean to me? Hey, he's bringing it too close. What are you gonna do with it? Oh, no! Wow, I've never been up so high. Oh, I'm falling. Oh, look out for the sand trap. Oh, oh. Wow, I'm glad that's over.
And this year, we have some special prizes.
Oh yeah? What's that?
Well, we have a hole-in-one competition on one of the holes. If you were to hit a hole-in-one, you get a 2-year lease on a brand new car.
That's worth practicing your iron shots.
Yeah, and don't worry about that one, Jason. I got it.
Wow, a brand new car. We'll be living in luxury. Oh! Look out, I'm getting closer to the hole. Oh, 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 oh. Finally, I'm on the nice soft grass of the green. Nothing bad can happen here.
So Tim, let me get this straight. At the Shell Point Open, you get 18 holes of golf,
Yes.
free breakfast,
Yes.
free lunch,
Exactly.
all these great prizes,
Yes.
all for $125?
Exactly. And you get a chance to do good in your donation.
Guys, why are we standing here? Let's go sign up.
Let's do it.
Hey, guys, where are you going? Hey, aren't you going to put me in the cup? Hey, I'm all alone out here. Oh, oh, hey, let me go. Oh, hey, stop that. Hey, I don't want to go for a bath. Oh!
The Shell Point Open Golf Tournament on Friday, November 8th.
It's for everybody. Well, almost everybody.
Actually, this isn't so bad. I have the sun, the water. I could stay here all day.
So, if you want to avoid the fate of our friend Mr. Ball, then make sure you sign up for the Shell Point Open by calling 466-8484. Come as a single golfer or bring your own partner or foursome. But do it soon because spaces are filling up fast. Now it's time to cover all of Wednesday's happenings from Resort Services. Then stay tuned for your Academy news, menus, and Village Church connections.
Today is Wednesday, October 2nd. We have a complete list of activities taking place today, and I'm Mary Franklin along with Bev Chanley. We kick things off bright and early at 7:45 a.m. with Men's Bible Study Group meeting in the Osprey Room on the island. And if you have travel in your future, you want to seek the advice of Jurassic Travel at 9 a.m. in the Egret Room. Also at 9, the Resident Council meeting will take place in the Grand Cypress Room at the Woodlands. Also at 9, you have a few other options: round robin men's doubles tennis and watercolor group with Phil Hilton in the art studio. And at 9:15, we have the new scrapbooking group gathering in the Tarpon Room at the island. 10:15, we head outside for Model Yacht Sailing Club, and they'll be sailing in the Commons Lake. The Shell Point Garden Society meeting will have their monthly meeting in the Oak Room of the Woodlands at 11 a.m. At 11:30, if you're signed up for specifics and strength training, you'll want to be in the health club on the island. Melanie will be waiting for you. Bev, what happens this afternoon?
Well, this afternoon, it's 1 o'clock time for chess. That'll be in the library lounge on the island. And then we have the model train room, once again, open for tours from 1:30 to 3:30. At 1:45, there's a Health Connections class. This is Balance and Mobility Training Level 1. That'll be in the Health Club. You do need to have signed up for that class. 2:30 is the time for Jazz and Stuff. They'll be playing down in the Grand Cypress Room at the Woodlands. At 3 o'clock, we have a Bible study. This time it's in the King's Crown Community Room. 3 o'clock, we have a Health Connections class, Pilates Stretch, down in the Health Club. And then we have another 3 o'clock activity. This one's Memory Care Group. That'll be in the 3rd floor craft room of King's Crown. You do need to sign up for that activity. At 4 o'clock, you'll find Lillian Company Jewelers here for their weekly jewelry service in the Egret Room on the island. At 4:30, the indoor bocce court will be set up. That'll be down in the Health Club. 5:45 is the time the church choir rehearsal will be in the Village Church choir room. And then we round out the evening at 7:15 with prayer and praise at the Village Church. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We hope you have a wonderful day here at Shell Point. We'll see you back here again tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Terry Kolath with your Academy information for Wednesday. Today we have technology and art in the Academy with a little bridge thrown in. And we start the day at 9:15 with specifications for buying a new computer. This will take place in the Computer Teaching Center on the island, and sign up is required. Then we continue our lomography art class in the Sable Room at 10 o'clock. At 1 o'clock we offer, so you've got Windows 8. Now what are you going to do with it? This will take place in the Computer Center at the Woodlands, and sign-up is required. Then Intermediate Bridge is finally back at 1 o'clock in the Game Room of the Woodlands, and sign-up is required. Then we continue with our color class in the Sable Room of the Woodlands at 1 o'clock. At 1:15, our iWorks, pages, numbers, keynotes, and templates class continues in the Manatee Room on the island. And at 1:45, our Computer College Prep School continues in the Computer Teaching Center on the island. Tomorrow we have Academy on the Go number 3. That is fly fishing on the Causeway with champion angler Joe Maller. Core pickup begins at 7:30 on the island. Then we have a Computer College class, The Power of Right Clicking using Windows 7. Dean Traxler of Rosemont is our instructor. Next, Matisse and Picasso, Session 1 of a 2-session course. Dottie Megan returns.
Menus for Wednesday. In the Crystal Room, the Crystal Platter is braised beef short ribs with Yukon Gold potatoes and asparagus. The dinner special is the pasta buffet for $8.95, and the soup of the day is pasta fagioli. In the Island Cafe for lunch today, the special is grilled ham and turkey with Swiss and chips for $6.95. The dinner special is fried shrimp for $7.95. Dinner specials in the Palm Grill on Wednesday are pork tenderloin for $13.95 or grilled swordfish for $15.95. All menus are available 24 hours a day at www.shellpoint.net.
Hi, welcome to Village Church Connections. I'm Andy Hawkins, the senior pastor of the Village Church, and I'm here with John Stumbo. John is the newly elected president of the Christian and Missionary Alliance. So welcome, John.
Good to see you today, Andy.
Absolutely. This is obviously a new role for you. You've been a pastor, and tell us a little bit about your background up to this point in time.
It was an honor to be a pastor in the Christian Missionary Alliance from Pennsylvania all the way to the West Coast. Wow. In churches of a few dozen to a few thousand, so I had a wide variety of experiences.
Incredible. And just most recently you've been in the Pacific Northwest, is that correct?
Yes, Salem, Oregon was a church where I was pastoring when I went down with a mysterious illness.
Oh, that's right. So that really is kind of an overlay about your background in recent years. You had an illness that was really difficult to sort out and diagnose, and obviously the Lord led you through a deep valley during that particular period of time, I understand.
Yeah, many of the residents have read the book or listened to my testimony, but 2008 went down with a mysterious illness, hospitalized for 77 days, lost 50 pounds of muscle mass, something ate my muscular system on the front half of my body, lost the ability to swallow for a year and a half, lived on a feeding tube, 7 cans a day of medical food, and wheelchair bound, and had to step down from my position as pastor because I had no ability or strength to lead or preach, and I didn't know if I'd ever get to minister again outside of just writing a blog. But in God's grace, April 2010, he restored my swallow in 1 day's time. It was a miraculous thing. The doctors had given up. And after resuming eating real food, strength began to return, and eventually was able to re-enter ministry, first on an interim basis in a couple of churches, and now with this new role.
Yeah, what an extraordinary just testimony of God's grace that has been for me to sit here talking to you. You look great.
Well, I just had lunch with Peter Dice, one more evidence that God's grace, that I'm not only eating and ministering again, but get to be in the fellowship of people like y'all. This is fabulous.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned Peter Dice. Obviously, he's an institution here at Shell Point, has been here for quite a number of years as the Chief Executive Officer, and you've been here before, too, on several visits, I understand.
Well, this is a key part of the Christian Missionary Alliance family. Shell Point, the long-term vision of ministry to retirees and a place where we could show the love of Christ to people in all stages of life's journey, and to introduce Christ to people in all stages of life's journey. So I'm delighted to be back. I've preached at the Village Church a few times through the years and had various meetings here on campus, and I've walked I don't know if you call it the loop or what you call it here, but I've walked that 1.25 miles or whatever it is many times, and enjoyed the dolphins and the residents and the dining hall and the whole thing. So it's been good.
That's terrific. Well, and you mentioned obviously that this retirement community is owned by the Christian Missionary Alliance. That's the denomination for which you're a president. But it's also an interesting dimension of the ministry here that we have people from all kinds of different religious backgrounds. For instance, I count it a privilege to be the senior pastor of a church that really does represent something like 26 different denominations.
And I absolutely love that about the Christian Missionary Alliance, because we're really not an organization that is focused on us.
That's right.
We're an organization that's helping everybody be focused on Jesus. And that's not just some nice line. That's the reality. We've never baptized anybody into the name of the Christian Missionary Alliance. We baptize in the name of the Father, Son, and Spirit. And we don't call people to be followers of some organization, although we believe on the significance of the organization. But we're calling people to be followers of Christ.
Absolutely. And that's sort of integral to our history. Even our founder, A.B. Simpson, gathered around him a group of people from a wide number of denominations. And so I think that inclusiveness really does speak to the nature of the ministry, not only here, but the nature worldwide of the Christian Missionary Alliance.
Well, you're absolutely right. Our founder, A.B. Simpson, a Presbyterian pastor himself, just had a heart for the whole world, and his heart was actually bigger than his church, and so he had to leave his church, which is kind of sad that took place. But the fact of the matter being that yes, within a few years, hundreds of missionaries had been sent out to the whole world, to some of the least reached places, but not just the whole world, to the city of New York, where he started himself. The Acts 1:8 model, that you're to be my witnesses, Jesus says, in Jerusalem, your locality, Judea, Samaria, the areas surrounding you, the people who aren't quite like you, but all the way to the uttermost parts of the world. And so that Acts 1:8 model it really continues 126 years later to today, of the kind of people, the kind of churches we want to be.
Well, thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure to spend some time here with John Stumbo, our recently elected president of the Christian and Missionary Alliance, and we hope you'll join us soon at the Village Church or through Shell Point Television, participating in our worship services. Hope to see you soon.
We're glad you joined us for today's show. Tune in tomorrow as we talk to Doug Quelch, a former Navy commander who has a unique perspective after working for years in Saudi Arabia.
We'll also meet Joe Grapes, who works out regularly at the Island Health Club at age 99 and a half.
Until then, this is Shell Point Today for Wednesday, October 2nd. I'm Kara Minowie.
And I'm Dan Philgreen. From all of us here at Shell Point TV, we hope you have a great day, and we'll see you again tomorrow.